Now, again, we're going to stop and start. I'm not going to... This is just a demo test to see how we roll, guys. We'll see what kind of fun we can have with it. If it's not working or we're not having fun with it, then you just say, okay, that goes for the guys in Twitch, and it's for you as well, Matt Byron. So if you're not having fun, you're not having fun. That's the nature of the game that we play, all right? Basically, what I need everyone in Discord, sorry, everyone in Twitch chat, just have an open mind, all right? This is some real nerd shit, but it's super fun. And they're going to take a little bit of time to find their characters. Once they find their characters, they are going to be having so much fun with what it is that they do. Like, they're just gonna be having a blast. But they're gonna take, so this is their first game. They're gonna take some time to find their feet. Also, I haven't DM'd in a year now, so I'm gonna take some time to warm up as well. So just enjoy it, have some fun, let your imagination take hold of you. I don't really know what else to say. We've got Driggs, speak Driggs.
Hello.
And we've got Call It. Alright. I want you guys to start having a little bit of a think about your characters. Alright, get a visual image of what your character looks like, because I'm going to ask you to describe them for me in a second. Not right now, but very, very shortly. Okay? So start thinking about it. Let's begin. Right. The year is 584 PS. That's post-Sendry. Here in the Galdurdanen Fjord, there is a weak and faltering alliance between the countries of Eberwald and the country of Bren. Bren, in the east, have for many, many years been a tower of military power and an unsiegeable bastion from all lands, not just Eberwald. But in the not-too-distant past, a mere 500 years ago, Eberwald, under the leadership of the great and powerful warlord Gorehound, for the first time challenged Bren. The victory for Bren left them weak, weaker than they've been in 1,000 years. And the alliance between Eberwald and Bren grows, as suggested, fragile. There are rumors that Eberwald is rebuilding its armies, ready for another attack. Others say this is propaganda spread by the country of Bren, specifically to cause collusion between other factions, other nations, and to get those enemies to strike first. You have spent many years, you know the back and forth, the political drama, and both your character Colton and Driggs tend to ignore it. It's a background noise to them. They've never really been invested in politics. They've never really been invested in anything other than themselves and their own narrative, like the average man. You start your story in the great eastern town of Blottruce, right on the border here, between Eberwald and Bren. This inlet here separates the border. Handruk, or Handerdruk, flip call, is the dividing line, the only piece of connecting land between Bren in the east and between Eberwald in the west. This fortress, which you know quite well, Driggs, has been established since the Battle of Sendry as a symbol of peace between these two nations. Over the years, the last couple of hundred years, Blottruce has been built, made stronger, has grown from what was once a small whaling town on the coastline into a pinnacle of the Eberwalden Empire. They put as much money as they can into it. They established as much trade as they possibly could. They've reinforced Blottruce because it is their shining beacon against Bren in the east. To show Bren that they may have lost the first battle, but there may be another one coming, even if it is a trade war. Now, this is an interesting time of the year because throughout this long history of these lands, there have been, as usual, traditions connected to each culture. Blottruce gets its name specifically from a group of soldiers, warriors, that go by the name of the Blottjagers. Now, Blottjagers in the 1,000 years past were warriors that were went through a very specific tradition, which some of you may know about, and I'll get you to roll a history check in a second. A very particular tradition in which they rise from a pauper, an average man, maybe an officer of the town, into some of the great heraldic knights of the country of Eberwald. Now, that's stories of long and old, but the tradition continues in Blottruce. Every 7 years, they run a very, very large festival in which they have bread and games and wine and dine their allies, and have a large festival in the main square of the town, where they run through some of the traditions of the rise of the Blottjagers. It's more than anything, it is a way to connect themselves to Gorehound. The Blottjagers really found their footing under Gorehound, the first warrior to challenge the Bren forces, the men who lost to the Bren forces 500 years ago, but they still hold him high. They still elevate him as a true warrior and a true hero of Eberwald. So, what I might get you to do, just for a little bit of intrigue and to teach you how a dice roll works, I might get you guys to roll a history check. Pretty simple. If you go to your character sheet, you'll see along the left, you'll have a whole bunch of skills. One of them should be history. I want you to roll a d20 and add your modifier to it. So you'll see next to it, you've got your modifier, which will be, in this case for you, Collet, it will be +3. So you roll a d20 and add 3 to it. Mike, it's 17. And Drix. Oh, you can actually just roll. Yeah, how did you do that, Zippo?
Yeah, click the history.
Oh, if you click it, it just rolls it. Nice.
Yeah.
So, as expected, fucking Driggs got a 2. That's perfect. This is why you need weaknesses. This is why you need weaker stats, because it makes sense, Zippo, that your character wouldn't know of the history. Why would he know anything about the history? Okay? Think about your character, right? He's not going to know. So you know that this is what you know. You know that you don't really align yourself necessarily with Bren or Eberwald. You're a military man. You were stationed at Hadendruk. Do you want to pronounce it for me, Slipcore? Hendruk. You were stationed at Hendruk as a essentially middleman. There are soldiers that are there aren't owned by either Bren or Eberwald. They are stationed there as a mutual alliance, picked by both countries, but trained as a neutral ground. So you don't really align yourself with either. You know that Eberwald has some old traditions, and you know bits and pieces about Blottruce. You've heard something about like a blood tub. That's about it. That's about all you know. Okay? Collet. I'm going to go with your first roll because you were just checking with the second roll. So it was a +3, which means you got a 20. You have traveled these lands for a long time as the sorcerer that you are, and of course, knowledge is one of your strengths. You know that the tradition started literally thousands of years ago, but was actually elevated by Gorehound. The tradition existed, but Gorehound turned it into a propaganda piece, a demonstration. And what he would make his potential knights do, his Blottjagers, what he would make them do is put on the full set of their armor, okay? Whether it was heavy armor or light armor, and they had to, and most of the time it was heavy armor, they have to walk across a 25-foot tub of blood. So the blood is freshly spilt on the day of the festival, and they have to walk down into the pool of blood, stroll 25 feet in armor across the bottom of the tub, and emerge across the other side. Sounds easy, but when you're weighted down with an enormous amount of military gear and armor, many Blottjagers don't make it out the other side of that pool. There are other traditions that are connected, challenges that they're sent on to make them the men that they become. But that is the final test. It was the way that he would elevate them. It's a symbol, a man strolling out, emerging from a pool of blood, reborn as a Blottjager. So you know that this tradition is still continued. There are people who will come to the town. The big pool of blood is still put into the center of the festival, into the center of the courtyard, and some people will try it, whereas before, if you emerged early, before making it to the end, you were struck down and killed, usually by other Blottjagers, because you had failed the test. They would kill you when you emerged from the blood if you didn't make it the full way. Now, people try it as like a show of strength, but if they can't make it and they emerge early, everyone laughs and giggles and the festival rolls on. There's no real consequence to not being able to pass the test. Okay, so this festival happens every 7 years. It is happening, and so both of you, being set out on your new adventure, decided to travel to Blottruce to become a part of the festival. The first few days were merrymaking. It is a 2-week event. Were merrymaking. You obviously had moved around and started to find somewhere to stay, get comfortable, maybe bumped into a few friendly faces. I'll let you decide who those friendly faces are soon. But you went to bed last night, regardless of where you were in the entirety of the city of Blottruce, and I could show you, it is quite a large city. Yeah. No matter where you went to bed with the smell of a cold northern sea. You went to bed with the sounds of merrymaking that spread across the entire city, meat being cooked, a cold wind blowing through the streets. Whether you were in a tavern or whether you were in a hotel, maybe you were drunk and you passed out on the streets, these familiar scents are the last things you recalled. So today you've woken up and found it very, very, very strange that the air that touches your skin is warm and humid. That the sun is shining brightly in the sky, directly down on top of you, with a stern tropical heat. You find it concerning that you lay in the sand, looking out across a golden sea, light sparkling off of the surface of the sun, and you're not able to see any other land in sight. You're not in Galdurden Fjord anymore. You are in what looks to be a tropical paradise, or maybe a tropical prison, depending on how the next few hours go. So, I believe this northern token was you, Melty, up here.
How did you switch to this screen?
How did I switch to this screen? I could have dragged the party. It should just have switched it for you now.
Yes, thank you.
So, I believe, can you just click? I can't click on these tokens for whatever reason. Can you click on these tokens here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Maybe I need to click here. Which one is Melty? This one here. Yep, Melty, you're to the north. And you are to the south, so you've woken up on a sandy beach, like I said, looking out across a tropical ocean. You're supposed to be in cold Blottruce, the whaling capital of Ebenvold, and yet all around you, everywhere you look, are tropics, sand. You can maybe hear a few voices, children playing around you. I'll get you guys to make a perception check. Okay, let's have a look. So Zippo, you've got an 8. So you've woken up. You're still kind of rattled. Tell me what the last thing you remembered is before I tell you what you can see. What's the last thing you remember from last night?
I had a bite to eat, and I was really tired after traveling a fair bit to get to the festival, and so I fell asleep quite fast.
I'll make it believable. All right, it is a Zippo character. Jesus.
Oh my! It's roleplay.
Okay. I'm trying to escape, motherfucker. All right. Okay, so you, like I said, get yourself up. You dust the sand off of you. You can see all of your gear is here. So you're still pretty equipped, but you're really focused on you. More specifically, you've never seen a tropical environment. So rather than really being able to perceive or gather any information about where you are, you're sort of distracted with the sand that's up against your boots, that's still caught in your hair. You can smell that salt on the air, and it's kind of overwhelming. You don't really have the opportunity to take in your surroundings. But you can hear some footsteps approaching behind you. Okay, Collet. You ended up with an 11. You realize that you're a sorcerer. You realize something's at play here pretty quickly. You don't really know whether it's magic just yet, unless you want to roll an arcane check, and I'll let you do that in a second. But for now, you immediately start to take in your surroundings. There's no spell that could have sent you as far as you have traveled. You understand the world, its shape, and you know that you've moved hundreds of kilometers. From your location. There's no spell that you're aware of that can push you that far. So you're aware something might be up. Whether or not you know exactly what's up is up to you. Is there anything that you would like to do before you start to make any movements? So if you have a look through all of your skills, you can see that you've got there all of your like arcanas, animal handling, acrobatics. If there's something there that you think that your character might be able to do, feel free to use one of those skills. Let me know which one you'd like to use. So, for example, in this situation, because you know that it's magical, you might want to reach out with an arcana check to see if you can work out what's going on. You might want to use a nature check to see if the trees around you are a type of tree that you recognize. You might want to use insight to see if you've been in a situation like this before, etc., etc. Do you see how those skills can allow you to do things in the world around you? So is there anything you'd like to do before you... Or would you just like to set off towards the town? Would you like to wait a little bit? What is Collet doing?
Do an arcana check.
All right, roll your arcana check. Can you tell me what you're trying to do with your arcana check? Are you just trying to get like a lay of the land? Maybe if there's...
Yeah, kind of like lay of the land.
All right, do your arcana check. Roll for me. 14. Okay. So you look around and sort of reach out with your senses to see if you can get an idea or an understanding of what exactly is going on, and you push your senses out, and you can feel that the wind blowing through the trees feels natural. All of your surrounding areas seem to be it's almost like it's too perfect. Everywhere you look is too perfect. The crabs that skitter across the sand have glints of blue that are too bright and full to really be believable. Crabs don't shine bright blue. At best, they might have a nice teal color to them. The birds in the sky seem to fly past right on the edge of your perception every time you hear a call and you look, but there is no bird there. You might catch a shadow, but you're not really seeing it. It all seems real enough until you look out across the ocean once more, and that gold glitter feels uncomfortable. The sun, the way the light casts off of the ocean and towards you, seems to come towards you from no matter what direction you look. If you look to the east, the sun's light bounces off the ocean towards you. If you look to the west, the sun's light is still bouncing off the ocean towards you. You can't seem to get yourself out of the reflection of the sun. Do with that what you will. I'm going to go back over to you, Zippo, Driggs. So Driggs, as you're brushing the sand out of your fur and sort of gathering up your equipment, you see from behind you a pale blue-skinned lad start to approach you. He's probably looks to be in his late teens, maybe 16, 17, 18. He's got these big, unnaturally round eyes that stare straight through you. You can feel them gleaming. It's almost as if they're stealing something from you. They're so just big and blue. Their pupils almost as the same size as the iris itself. He's got himself some mottled blonde hair. You can see it's been sun bleached in certain areas, and you catch the point of his ears underneath his hair. He's dressed in clothes and cloths and colors that you'd have to have trade to get to this island. There's no way there'd be anything that produces silk, and his silk shirt sort of hangs loosely from his thin form. He approaches you with trepidation. You can see he's a bit eerie, that there is now a bugbear standing before him. Do you want to describe for everyone who's watching what he is seeing in front of him? What you look like?
Can see a bugbear with white-spotted light brown fur. He's a slimmer lad with about a normal human-sized, I'd say. He's got 2 5 centimeters long horns sticking out of his forehead, and 2 very long airs with bushy hair sticking out of him.
Is he old, young, tall, short?
So he's a bit tall. He's 29 years old.
Okay. All right. So this elf strolls toward. This blue-eyed boy strolls toward you, and he, with trepidation, says, "How did you get here?"
Well, I was gonna ask you the same question. I have no idea. How did I get here?
No one's been here for at least 100 years. We make sure of that.
I don't remember how I got here. I went to sleep and when I woke up, I was on this annoying beach with this heat blaring down on me, and I'm quite uncomfortable. Don't like it.
Okay, you can see. Roll a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The story takes a different turn. So, you've just rolled a natural 20. It's not about the perception check that you hit. You hit a 20 on the dice. So that is a critical success. That is what you play D&D for, and you've just hit it. So let me just tell you what I was going to do before I hit the 20, just to give you some concept of how important that roll is, okay? So, if you had standard succeeded, I was going to tell you that he looks a bit panicked, right? And like he's trying to find a way to get you out of sight as quickly as possible. So you could see that he was looking around for somewhere to start to guide you and lead you, and looked a bit panicked. If you rolled anywhere up to a 19, or even if you rolled a 19 and got a 23 because of your, or a 21 because of your perception check, you would have only seen that he was looking panicked and trying to hide you. Yeah? You hit a natural 20, and you can see instead that he is looking around, and as his eyes flick around him, you can see a sparkle that sort of matches the glint of the ocean when you first woke up, that golden glint of the ocean. And as he looks left and right towards this little hut here, towards the trees, you can see something sort of moving from his eyes, and it's bouncing off of the little hut, bouncing off of the tree as he darts his eyes left and right. Now, do you want to quickly just do me a favor and roll a history check for me, real quick?
History.
Okay, perfect. So you sort of know what he is. You've at least interacted with him. This guy, the knife here. This is a sea elf. Okay. But like I said, his eyes seem a little bit unnaturally large for a sea elf. It just doesn't seem right. You're getting some kind of uncanny valley by looking at it. So he says to you, "Look, if the others see you here before, if they see you, we need to get you into hiding. We need to get you into hiding as quickly as we can."
Okay. Where can I hide?
Again, before you go along with him, I'm just trying to teach you mechanics, just to give you options. Do you think he's telling the truth after that insight you got from your natural 20?
Yes. Well, of course.
Okay. I don't think your character would. Right? Or your character knows something's up. Right? So your character thinks something is up. You see what I'm saying? He's detecting something's not quite right. Now, I'm not going to give you any guidance moving forward, but I just wanted to say...
Can I roll...
Go ahead.
Can I roll an intimidation check?
Yeah, you can. You can do anything you want. You can roll insight check to see if he's lying. You can roll a deception check to see if you can tell him a lie, or you can roll a intimidation check to try and force something out of him. You can try and persuade him. All of these things. The game is yours to play with. And all I'm trying to do is get you thinking about how to play. So you said you want to roll an intimidation check. He already looks a bit intimidated. I'm going to give you a bonus. So what do you want to say? What are you trying to do?
Well, I want to figure out what is actually going on. I want to make sure that he's actually telling the truth.
So what are you trying to get out of the intimidation check? It's a good fucking check. Good. You've intimidated him. What do you say? Are you trying to say something? Are you flexing? What are you trying to do? How are you intimidating? Tell me.
I grab him by the scruff of his neck, and I say, "Tell me what is actually going on. I am so confused about this place. I hate it. What's going on?"
All right, the bugbear's starting to get a bit fed up. Are you being loud when you're being quite firm?
Yes.
Okay. So, Prelude, you have noticed that this odd yellow light is bouncing off the sea no matter what direction you look. And right as you're trying to perceive it, right as you're trying to get a handle on it, you hear a voice about 100 feet away. You hear, "I don't understand. I'm confused." Being echoing from what appears to be 100 feet on the other side of the island. You turn, and as you hear that voice go off, you see 3 figures move down the road in front of you and head off towards the noise. What are you doing? Actually, roll stealth check for me. Beautiful.
Oh, jeez.
So you see 3 figures go past, and 2 continue on, and 1 stops and turns. Now, you're trying to see it, get a good glimpse of it, but it feels like it's short and crouched and looming. But as it turns to see you, it immediately folds upright, stands tall, and you can see that whatever was covering its form, that was breaking your ability to perceive it, sort of shatters, and it starts to stroll towards you. Immediately in front of you, you see a very, very tall, 6'3", blue female form. She has a yellow dress that covers from her chest down all the way to her feet. She's got those big, unnaturally round blue eyes and those sharp, pointy ears. And that long blonde hair. That's, again, a little bit better kept than you would expect for a sea elf. Sea elf normally have dreadlocks and their hair is just a mess. They let nature take it. Hers seems to be a little bit well kept for her species. And she starts to move towards you. It's almost unnatural, like a ghostly stride. You don't really see her feet move under her dress, and she begins to move towards you. What are you doing?
I am going to move toward her, and I'm going to ask what's happening.
I cast Fireball. Okay.
Chaos bow.
Kamehame! All right. So she strolls towards you, and you go to open your mouth. And what's the name of your race? I forgot the name of your race. Is it Heron?
Heron.
Heron. You go to speak, and she goes, "Harangon, what are you doing on my island? Please make a Constitution check for me." Oh, did that do it?
Yeah, the skills on the left side.
The skills.
Oh, that worked.
And then
Okay. If you click before we take that, can I click save to do a Constitution save? Because your Constitution save is higher, and that's what I wanted. There we go. Saving throw 9. That's what we're after. Okay. As she strolls towards you, at first you were a little bit wary of her, particularly because you saw that crouched over form. Why would she be moving like that? But now you're a little bit beguiled. She's beautiful. One of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. So what do you say to her?
I continue to go about asking her what's going on.
All right, tell me.
Where
Say what
I'm
your character would say.
All right, let me get ready.
If you're not comfortable, you don't have to do a voice or anything. All I want you to do is just tell me how you say it how your character would say it. You don't have to do some voice like this. Just
Well, I am an old character.
All right, well then use an old voice if that's what's fun to you. What are you saying to her? So she's standing there looking at you with her big blue eyes, asking you what you're doing on the island.
I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at.
Well, I can tell you where you are. You're in the fine village of Saltsea. I've never seen your kind before. I've only read about them. Tell me, do they normally live as long as you have?
Well, I'm a sorcerer, so I have my ways.
You see when you say that you are a sorcerer. Actually, roll a perception check. Holy, there you go.
Nice.
You see the minute you say that you're a sorcerer, sheer panic spread across her face. True panic. She looks worried, but she gathers herself and she says, I tell you what, you look tired from what must have been a long journey. We are a long way from the land. Why don't you come and say hello to the village chieftain?
I actually just woke up, so I'm not too tired, but okay.
Okay. So she beckons you and starts to walk you down this road here. You can see my mouse? She starts to walk you down this road. As you pass through the village, you can see the buildings are beautifully made, thatch on top, and it looks as though the walls are almost made out of a ceramic, of a seashell. Shells don't get this big. It looks as though it's almost been organically grown, the foundations at least. You get to this fork in the road, and as you get to that fork in the road, you look down towards the other coastline. I'll leave you there. I'm going to go over to Driggs. Driggs! You grab this sea elf and you pull him in. And you start to say, what's going on? Just tell me what's going on. He sort of wriggles as quickly as he can, and that silk shirt that you were holding slides right off of him. And he goes, please don't hurt me. Looking up at you, scared. You can see two figures coming down the road behind him. Yeah, what are you doing? You're going to panic? Yep, go ahead.
So I want to see who's approaching me, so I'll roll perception, yeah?
Beautiful. Yep, roll your perception check. Let's start there. Okay, in the distance, do you have dark vision? Does the bugbears have dark vision?
I do.
Okay, what did you get? 13. Can you roll an Arcana check?
I sure can. 14.
Okay. You see coming down the road, hunched over, carrying spears, what looks to be two Kuatoa coming towards you. This here is a Kuatoa. Can you see that?
Uh-huh.
As they get closer towards you, you can see that some kind of light starts to build over the top of them, and then it flashes, and they look like two beautiful male sea elves. Blonde hair, big blue eyes. One of them's quite tall, very shredded and jacked, looking sort of like a Conan, but blue and elfish. The other one is a little bit smaller, athletic, slimline. Neither of them are wearing shirts, and they push towards you. You can see they've got spears in their hands. When they get to about 20 feet in front of you, that's when they switch from Kuatoa into sea elves. The boy in front of you.
See me?
They're moving right towards you. Yeah.
So this character, or this elf that was with me, he slipped out of my grasps, correct?
Yeah, so you said you grabbed him by his scruff. And remember I said he was wearing a yellow silk shirt, just like the yellow dress on the elf that's with Melba. He just slid out of that, immediately just slid out of that silk shirt the minute you grabbed him. But he's not running, he's on the ground. Roll an insight check for me. You've seen this before, he's buying time. When you've gone around with the military to collect taxes for the local governments, you've seen people slimy fucks like this. He's buying time. He's trying to wait until these two elves get there.
I want to grab him this time, really properly make sure he doesn't get away, and then bolt into the woods.
You want to dash off into the woods with him? Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, so you're trying to like lock him down. Do you how are you going to grab him? Now you've got you class as one size up, don't you, as a bugbear? Am I remembering that correctly?
I'm a medium.
You're medium, but I think you class as one size up.
So I can pretty easily pick up a human size.
Yeah, you're gonna grab him. It's just about him, not you. sure somewhere on your character sheet you count as a size larger as a bugbear. Size is medium. Powerful build. You count as one side larger when determining carry capacity. Okay. Beautiful. You can push what you can push, drag or lift. I'm going to assume you're going to be dragging him. You want to drag him in this instance, rather than
I drag him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Roll a strength check for me. I will roll
Strength.
and just for
Save
this.
or
Yeah. Just roll a d20. Add your strength modifier to it.
okay.
And so that I'll be rolling just for you guys that are watching, so that these guys aren't seeing what the GM is rolling, and I can keep secrets. I will be rolling with a d20. Okay. Now,
7.
you actually beat him still.
Oh.
I rolled very low. Okay. I was about to explain something, but I rolled so shit that it doesn't matter. Okay, what I was going to explain is this is something that's from Pathfinder. I don't know if it's in modern D&D, but it's always been a house rule. What I have is people call them different things. People will call them destiny points, legacy points, etc., etc. At the start of every campaign, what I will do is I will give you a token, and you're to keep track of it because I'm not going to. You get one each game, okay, each time we play, that you can use to re-roll a dice or reshape a narrative. Okay, so in this instance, say you failed, you could go, oh, this is important to me here. I'm burning my token. Let me have a re-roll. Okay, or you could say, okay, I failed to grab him, but maybe there's something else I can do and try and convince me, and then use the token. The other thing about this token is I will award one to you for particularly good role playing. Okay, so if you do something that's really in character or something epic, I will give you one of these tokens to spend. Okay, and that one you can keep throughout play sessions. I'm going to rely on you to keep track of them. I'm sure D&D has it. I know Pathfinder has it. Genesis has it. If you look in a character sheet, there might be like a legacy token spot. Hang on, let me have a look.
So next time we play, then I have another token.
No, it'll reset to 1 unless I award you one for something sweet, right? So you default 1 every play session. Just a chance to adjust the story if you're not happy with the direction it's heading. Gives you a little bit more creative control. You could still just roll a shitter, and if you choose to re-roll the dice, if you get a worse roll, you're going with the worse roll. Okay. It's something to just play with trepidation. I don't know. I'm sure that there would be something here, but I can't see it. Anyway, I'll allow you to keep track of it for now. You have 1. You both have 1. Okay. You grab him. Where do you grab him? You've got him. You've got a hold of him, and he's not getting away. Or where'd you grab him?
Well, I bolt into the woods. Run up north. And
are you grabbing him by the leg, the arm? Where are you grabbing him?
Grabbing him by the leg.
just all right. So, you grab him by the leg, and you
not
dash
sure
along.
What's really going on?
Yep, you dash along the coast. You roll me a perception check. I'm going to say you've made it just off of the coastline. I'm going to put you a little bit further back. I'm going to put you here for now. Okay. Okay. You grab and drag. Roll a perception check for me. 7. Even with the 7, he doesn't really feel like an elf. He feels a bit sticky. Okay. Collet. You stroll forward and you see a bugbear grab an elf and run off into the forest with it. Before we go any further, you see the elf to your right. She looks panicked and she looks down at you to gauge your reaction of seeing this bugbear grab an elf and sprint off into the forest. What does she see? What does your character look like? Tell the guys at home.
All right, so I am a heron, which is a hare, a rabbit.
Rabbit man?
But the main color on my fur is brown. The ears are split vertically, if that makes sense. And
cool.
There's gray on the inside of that split.
So are they just for me, not for them? So have your ears been like sliced? Not like they're like sliced down the middle. So you've got like 4 flappers flapping about.
Oh no! Like
just the color has like a gray stripe.
Like the fur, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Go on. Keep going. Tell us more.
One of my eyes are yellow, and the other eye is periwinkle, which is kind of like a bluish purple mix.
Cool.
That has a slight glow to it, which is kind of connected to that locket.
Your locket glows the same color, the periwinkle color?
Yep.
Okay. Is your locket on display?
No, I keep it in a pouch on the inside of my robe.
Cool. And what color are your robes? Are they long and flowing? Are they just fit to your form? What do your robes look like?
They're long and flowing, and they're kind of like a darkish purple with like gold accents.
Do you look quite well off? Do you look like are these robes high upper class robes, or do they look like travelers' robes? Do they look like low class robes? Are they like ripped and torn? Are they still in perfect condition? You prestidigitation every day?
They kind of look mid to upper class,
Mm-hmm.
and I work on them every day, so keep them kind of clean, and
Perfect.
they look pretty new.
Anything else you want to say? How old you are? How tall you are? Any distinguishing features? Any other distinguishing features?
So I'm 5'5".
Is that to the ear,
7.
or is that to your head?
That is to my head.
Okay.
But for my height, I did put 5'8". For my actual like character sheet, it says 5'5". So
Okay.
we'll say those 3 inches over here.
Okay, cool.
It's kind of slim. There's like white on my belly and toes, but those are the only place that I have white on me.
Rest of you is brown. Except for that gray in your ears. Okay, cool.
Oh, and a beard. I have a big gray beard too.
Beautiful. Nice. Okay, so the elf looks down at you, and like you said, you feel her peering down above you. She's quite a lot taller, and she's got 2 foot on you. So she's or almost 2 foot on you. So she looks down at you with her big blue eyes, and she goes, "I didn't catch your name." Prelude. Please, it looks as though Hen has been taken by a bugbear. Please, can you help us get him back?
Sure.
Sure.
Wait, actually,
Okay.
I want to roll a perception check.
Go for it. What are you trying to perceive?
I want to see, like, if there's a facade. Why is she so panicked?
So you're trying to read her emotions, not her, you're not looking for anything magical. You're looking to read emotions here?
Yeah.
Her body language, her emotions? Okay, roll a perception check. 13. She seems pretty panicked that a bugbear just ran off with that seer.
Okay, fair enough.
Anything else?
Yeah, just, I guess I follow her.
Follow her along?
down the
Okay.
trail yeah.
So, Zippo, you get a little bit further. Let's say you get another 10 foot. Are you trying to stick to the coastline or go deeper into the woods?
Well, the plan is to try and stay hidden and also have a view over the people approaching us.
Okay.
So I wanna.
The only
Can I
thing I
roll
would
2
say
checks?
is if you try to stay hidden, you're carrying a screaming elf. So it might be difficult to hide.
Oh, he keeps on screaming. I kind of want to knock him out or gag him or something just to make him shut up. What can I do?
You can do any of those things.
Yes. I go intimidate. I intimidate him and I tell him, if you don't shut up, I'll knock you out with this club.
Okay, seeing as you have him grappled, and you are a massive bugbear, I'm going to give you an advantage on this. I don't know if you can roll with advantage off your character sheet, but what an advantage is you roll a d20 twice, and you take the highest number. Oh, inspiration point, by the way. This is it. See at the top of your sheet, I'm going to toggle it on for you. Look at the stream. This is where your inspiration point is. This is the point I was talking about before. So toggle it on.
Oh, yes.
You've got one at the moment. Now, can you roll at advantage? I can't see it anywhere on the sheet. Regardless, rolling at advantage is rolling twice, taking the highest number. So, roll twice.
Okay.
Take the highest one. Okay, so you've got a 16 on your first roll, so we go with that one. So an advantage roll is just if you are in a situation, there's lots of situations where you might be at advantage, or an advantage roll might come into play, be that in a physical fight or even just in a verbal conversation. You can roll at advantage, all sorts of things like this. You successfully intimidated. What do you say?
That's what I said. If you don't shut up, I'll knock you out with this club. You best believe I am serious.
Okay. He goes quiet. Roll a perception check for me. Okay. He goes quiet. And you see him immediately fall silent, and he is definitely scared of you. But as you're traveling, you can see he has his hand in the sand and in the dirt, dragging a line as you drag him along. Melmar, as you get closer towards where you think the bugbear is going, let's say you scream down this road and come sort of here, you can hear the bugbear. You catch glimpses through the trees. You could hear the bugbear screaming at this elf. You can't really make out what he's saying, but you can hear him screaming at this elf through the trees. The sea elf turns to you and she says, "Is there anything you can do? Surely you can help him." I'll let you think. Have a bit of a think about it. Zippo, you're seeing him drag this line in the dirt. Drinks, you can see that he is complying, but maliciously.
Okay, well, I'm dragging him by the foot. I can easily pick this meager elf up.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll a strength check.
No, you've already got him grappled. I'm going to say it slows you down a bit because you have to stop. You pick him up and you throw him over your shoulder. To move a little bit more rapidly. As you do, you see that the two elves have gained a bit of pace on you, and they're moving with quite a bit of pace. They're not having to drag someone behind them. They're sprinting at full speed, and they are starting to get within range, and you see them starting to slow down. They are about here. Place a pin. They're about here right now. So about 10 feet away from you. Yeah. They're not dragging a sea elf behind them as they run, so they move quite fast. Before you say anything else, you've now got the sea elf up on your shoulders. He's sort of wriggling and squirming, but you've got full control over him. The act of lifting him, though, has made him start screaming again. Which Meltmar, as the sea elf turns to you and says, "Surely there's something you can do. Surely you can help him." You hear the sea elf start screaming on the shoulder of the bugbear.
Can I investigate and use an investigation check?
To do what? What are you trying to investigate?
Get closer and see what's going on.
With the bugbear?
Yeah.
Well. We can do an investigation check. What might be better would be, and I'm just going to guide you here. It's up to you. You definitely can do an investigation check, but you might instead want to do an insight check to maybe get a read on the bugbear and if he actually means the sea elf harm or something like this instead.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I like that more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, roll me an insight check. Okay, 12. 12's a success. So in your travels across the far reaches of the world, you've bumped into bugbears before, and you know bugbears quite well. And one of the clearest thing about a bugbear is it's the difference between looking at a chimp that's been trained or a chimp from the wild. A chimp that's been trained is easier to read. You can read its expressions, the way it's going to move, its intent. A chimp in the wild is a savage beast that does what it wants without care. You can read this bugbear isn't a vicious, roaming, tribal bugbear. You can read that this bugbear is a sane, conscious, thinking beast, not a loose, wild, vicious bugbear. So it seems a bit confusing to you that a bugbear like this would grab an elf and run off with it unprovoked. Chimpy. Not Chimpy. Driggs. Do me a favor. I said Chimpy because I was thinking about monkeys. Driggs, can you do me a favor? Can you roll a perception check and an arcana check? Perception first. Lovely jubbly, and a
Shit.
Arcana check.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just hold that there for a second. Melty, what you doing? The sea elf is still looking at you, waiting for you to do whatever it is that you can do to help this sea elf.
I'm gonna approach. I look at her and I say, I can see what I can do. And then I approach Driggs. This what is it? What's the race again?
Bugbear. Bugbear is
Bugbear?
what it is. Have you seen a picture of a bugbear, by the way? Do you know what a bugbear looks like?
I caught a glimpse of it during the character creator. It kind of looks like
Yeah, let me for
like a
everyone
minotaur.
who is at home, show a bugbear very briefly, so you can see what he's facing down. So I'm just gonna grab a Google search of a bugbear. This is bugbears. I think if I lock this in here, you guys should be able to see it. These are what bugbears look like. They're big. They're quite fierce, and this is what this is the species that is being played by Zippo. That's Driggs. He's one of these. And what were you, a Harrington? How do I spell that?
Harengon.
Gone.
Harengon.
And this is the species that is being played by the lovely Meltmar. Coulton is a sweet little rabbit man. All right, although he is an older rabbit man than this. Sweet. Okay, so you approach. At this point, you're wrestling. I'm talking to you, Driggs. You're wrestling with the sea elf on your shoulder. You're watching the two sea elves approach you. They've got their spears lowered as they head towards you. And you see through the trees steps another very, very tall sea elf. Female, dressed in a flowing yellow dress. And next to her is what looks to be a weathered old Harengon rabbit. The first thing you catch sight of is his glowing eye. It immediately draws your attention straight away. And then you start to see his patterns, his colorations, his robes as well. It's almost as if, again, this uncanny valley hits you one more time. And seeing the rabbit, only makes it clearer to you, Driggs. And this is the same for you as well, Colton. When you see each other, it's like seeing someone over the top of a green screen in the real world. There's a background there. You're watching the Avengers. Captain America is fighting in this what looks to be a 3D rendered background, and you can tell that the actor who plays Captain America isn't actually on a spaceship, and yet it's believable enough. When you see each other, you guys don't feel like background. You feel like you're there, and it makes these elves, these trees where the wind blows through above you and it blows in two directions at once. The trees bend in different directions in a way that they really shouldn't. Again, that light blasting off of the top of the ocean, that golden, uncomfortable hue. It all just feels even more unnatural when you see the actual natural forms of each other. So as you're wrestling with this sea elf bugbear, and these two spears get lowered towards you, you turn and see what seems to be the first believable thing since you woke up. This hare stepping out of the trees. Who wants to speak first? Either of you?
Trying to think of like what I would say.
Okay,
One of these sea
I put
elves, the bigger, more jacked sea elf with the two out of the two that are carrying spears, says, "Halt! Whatever you are, orc, bugbear, stay right there or face my spear."
So I put this. I stop first of all, because I'm aware that I cannot really run anywhere. I put the elf down, still holding him, as a hostage, and I say, "What is actually going on here? Can we take a minute and talk? And something is up. I can't exactly put my finger on it, but something here is not right. Everything here isn't as it seemed to be.
Okay, Coulton, I need you to roll an insight check for me. The bugbear is being genuine. He's not telling you any lies. He looks distressed. He looks as confused as you were when you woke up on the beach. Maybe more confused.
Okay. I know I'm not very proficient, but I am gonna roll a persuasion check and try to have the sea elves lower their weapons so we can talk.
Okay. What do you say to him? And then give me a roll after you tell me what you say.
Okay, fellas, we just gotta talk, okay? No need for weapons. Oh no.
The elves with the spears, they don't even acknowledge you, even though you're talking to them. It's the sea elf next to you who says, "Sorry, did you try to say something then? I didn't quite hear you. Can you speak up?"
Can I roll a persuasion again?
Yeah, all right. All right, go again. Normally I would say no, but for the sake of the story, yes. Tell me what you're gonna say before you roll.
I say in a little bit of a louder voice, not nearly as what you think would be a little bit louder, but just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And I say, we can just talk. There's other ways to solve this. He seems like a genuine bugbear.
Okay,
He doesn't know how I got here. All right, here we go.
Boom! 18.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Driggs, you've just found an ally for the very first time in your entire life. In a combat situation where to you, it appears lives very well may be on the line, somebody has taken your side, somebody has your back, and it looks, maybe, like for the first time ever, someone might be willing to fight alongside you. Okay, the sea elves, one of them, the bigger one, the Conan-sized one, moves more towards Driggs with his spear down. The slimmer one turns towards you, at least you think at first, and then throws his eyes towards the female elf. And again, you can see something happening as his eyes move towards the female elf. I want you both to roll either a perception check, an insight check, an arcana check, whatever has your highest number attached to it, whatever your highest bonus is. So perception, arcana, insight, whatever you have the highest stat on, roll it for me. Nature too. If you got nature, roll nature.
Perception.
Is that natural? No,
Nice.
It's not natural. Not natural.
That's on 18 with bonus.
Okay.
2.
Okay. Driggs, in the shade of these trees, whatever guise that is being thrown over the top of the Kuatoa in front of you is fading. Something about the low light of the trees and the way the sun's bouncing off the ocean. You see the flicker of these Kuatoa that guys over the top of them start to fade, and they become very, very obvious, very, very visual in front of you. What catches your eye most rapidly is the Kuatoa that is attached to you. What you thought was the sea elf's arm is actually the Kuatoa's leg, and you can see that it's actually, while you've been talking, while you've had it on the ground, wriggled to a point where its head is behind you between its legs, and you can't see its arms anymore. You're just seeing two legs sticking out from between your legs. You've still got a grip on one of his legs. You gaze your eyes to the right, and the sea elf that was standing next to Meltmar no longer appears to be a Meltmar. Collet is standing next to a much more terrifying creature. For those of you who are on stream, you can see this. Guys, I'll get you just to look at the stream for a second because this saves me trying to load it into here. Let me know when you've looked. Standing next to Meltmar, the golden-haired sea elf, is actually a armored and plated Kuatoa wielding a trident and a spear. You can see that there is aggression in its eyes, and that aggression appears to be moving and be directed towards Collet. Okay. Collet, with your Arcana check, you start to try and reach out again because you know something's up and you want to sort of get a read on whether or not they're buying whatever it is that you're putting down. But you're immediately pinged. You can feel something, and you look to your left, and you can see a green glow behind the back of Drix. And with that, we're going to enter into initiative. So we've just entered into combat, gentlemen. Now, I believe there is a way for me to control you. Beautiful. Now, you guys should be able to roll an initiative check. I don't know what the button is for this, though.
It's the initiative button.
Perfect. Did you actually roll a 20 fucking 1?
17 with a +4 initiative.
Oh, get rid of this.
So I'm holding one of them, right?
You're holding it. And you've got.
I did put him down, and I was holding it around the neck, I guess.
He's squirmed away while you've been focused on other things. So this is what I'm saying. You're still holding him. You've got him by his foot.
Yeah.
And because you've been distracted, he's been able to worm his way out. Now, you rolled a 21, which is 1 second. Going to roll for him anyway. He did not roll higher than you. You can feel. I'm going to give you a chance to react because I'm going to say he got this off before the combat. You can feel a warm glow building up behind you. You know something is up. You're not going to be able to take cover. You're not going to be able to stop what's happening from happening. But you might be able to prevent whatever is happening from being quite so bad. So knowing that there is an immediate danger behind you, what are you going to do? That's this is right before the fight starts.
I have a disengage. So what is disengage? Is that?
And that's a move away from the creature. It'll be a disengage. I'm going to say that you're not going to be able to disengage because you're literally tangled up with him right now. So you won't be able to disengage from him.
And I don't have a grasp of him anymore.
You do have a grasp. You've got his leg.
Well, since I can sense this thing happening behind me, I just swing him around and chuck him at whatever's behind me.
You're going to swing him? Okay. Okay. That's actually really good. I want you to roll a strength check for me.
+20.
All right. Cool. That's a great way to start the fight. Just give me just 1 second.
Or plus 16. It's 16 plus 7.
Yeah, you've succeeded. You've succeeded.
Yeah.
This here is the armored seal here. B1 is the boy, what you had. K1 is the jacked elf. K2 is the not so jacked elf. Okay? We'll just keep track of. You guys just keep track of which one you are. I'll do the rest. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you, sensing something might be going on behind you, grab this Kuatoa by its foot and reave it from between your legs up into the air in front of you like it's a bag of fucking potatoes you lifted in front of you. And as you do, you see its panicked face appear between your legs as it slides out from underneath your feet. In its hands, it has a big green ball of energy as you pull it out between you, and you flick it out in front of you, and it extends out almost in full stretch in front of you with its hands up above its head, its hands directly in the face of the Kuatoa that was in front of it, and the green ball detonates. I need you to still take 3 damage for me, okay? You take 3 damage, so put 3 points of damage down. You see that blast go off, and it rocks the Kuatoa who is standing in front of you. In fact, the big muscly Kuatoa, the end of his spear is gone. The green just goes and blows out like an acidy blast, and his spear tip is gone. You can see that he's a bit burned and charred from it as well. Okay, now you get to have your turn. What are you doing for your turn? So you've got...
Take that, you wriggly, sliming fuck.
The Kuatoa that blew out in front of you, he's still looking pretty good. Doesn't look like the blast has affected him too much. He seems to be pretty good, so the one that you've still got a hold of. So you've got an action, you've got a bonus action, essentially. So tell me what you want to do. Do you want to attack? Do you want to move? Do you want to let go? I'm going to say that the Kuatoa that you were holding on to, with that blast, you've actually let go of him, okay? Because the blast, you've had to shield yourself as you hit it. But he is laying on the ground directly in front of you. He hasn't had time to move away.
But he's still alive.
He's still alive. He's still very, very much alive.
So how far away from me is the big guy?
So these boxes in front of you, see these boxes on the map? They are 5 feet.
5 feet. Well, that's 10 feet. And where's Mr. Bunny?
This is him.
I'm at the very top.
Yeah, this is him here. I'm going to
Very
move him
tall.
back and forth. This is him here.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And those 3 are all of mine. Well, I grabbed some. Are we still on the beach?
You're sort of on the line where the sand is rolling up from the coastline, and you can see that there's like seagrass knitted through, but really the vast majority of this island is sand. So even if you're in the center of it and you kick the grass away, there's still sand underneath it.
I grab a handful of sand. This is the color spray.
Yep, go for it.
And I toss it, I guess, in a cone in front of me, and I managed to hit these 3 that's in front of me.
Yeah, you absolutely would.
And blind
100%
them.
would. Okay, let me just look up what color. I think they have to roll a con check. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're just grabbing sand and just slamming it out in front of you. Beautiful.
Yep.
Roll 6d10.
6 d10.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so you throw that sand out, and this is the strange part to you, Collet, right? As he throws that sand out in front of him, you see this like unnatural light catch the sand as he throws it out in front of him. You're not really sure. You know something's going on with this bugbear. Bugbears, you've seen him throw sand, bite, kick, punch holes in walls, drink Red Bull, all of these wonderful things in the past. But there's something unnatural about the sand as he flings it out in front of him. Hey, your color spray has affected the one on the ground in front of you. You can see that he is absolutely blinded. The one that is further back, not the big jacked sea elf Kuatoa, the smaller, more ripped Kuatoa has also been affected. But the reason that you haven't really affected the jacked Kuatoa is because he still sort of has his eyes closed and is reeling from the explosion anyway. So he's out of it for now. He's sort of looking at his spear, grabbing his face from that blast that happened in front of him. So while he wasn't directly affected by your attack, he is still pretty heavily affected. Do you have a bonus action? Is there anything you want to do? You can push, shove, you can move 5 feet. Let me read to you what bonus actions are. Just so you can, because you'll always have an action in a bonus action. You have second wind and a few other bits and pieces. So you can move, climb, swim, depending on your movement. You can do all of these things: stand up, long jump, difficult terrain, climb, whatever. You can grapple. I also say that, they're movement skills. You can offhand attack, so if you have 2 hands, you can attack with your offhand. You can cast a spell that has a bonus action time. You can use a class feature if you class feature. I also say you can drink a potion as well, and a few other bits and bobs. So, but for now, I think unless you want to unless you have an offhand weapon, I think you're sort of done.
And I can move how many boxes?
Well, you'd be disengaging at that range. Disengage because you are still locked in combat.
Well, I dropped that one guy. I want to pick him back up and use him as a weapon again.
You want to use it as a weapon again?
Hell yeah.
So that would be a grapple. I tell you what. I'll let you ready an attack for next move. So technically, you can't do it, but for the nature of the fun of the game, here's what we're going to say. We're going to say that you are readying to pounce and grab him as a bonus action for your next turn. So next turn, your bonus action will be to attempt to grapple. How's that sound? That good?
Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So the next person on my list is, in fact, this elf right here. He's seen the explosion go off behind his head. He has no idea what's happened behind him. So he turns immediately and sees that you there's a minor crater in front of him. You can see his bud's got half his face burnt and his spear tip missing. And you can see a little Kuatoa on the ground with his wide fish eyes looking panicked and you standing over him. He gets blattered in the face immediately by a handful of hot white sand, which blinds him. And he starts to stagger towards you to the best of his ability. So he makes a movement to engage you. Okay, he's going to roll to attack you. What is your AC? Your armor class? So it should be at the top of your sheet, top right of your sheet. Zip.
Oh, me. 16.
16? Okay. He misses. Okay, so he swings forward with his spear to try and plunge it into you. But he's sort of half blinded and his spear is essentially an attempted feint. You with what weapons in your hand at the moment? Is it your dagger or your club?
The club.
The club? You with your club just belt his spear out of the way. He still holds onto it, but you can see he can't quite put, against all the light in the background, he can't quite get his spear to connect and he misses you. So your blinding just saved you from taking some damage there because he rolled a 19. Which I had to subtract from, so he would have hit you. Okay, the next... What did you roll? A 10? Yep, so next on my list is this big scary looking... to you, it still looks a bit like a sea elf to you, Meltmar. But you get a twinge in your head and duck just in time as a trident whips over the top of your head. You just sort of duck, your rabbit instincts kick in, and you duck down, call it, as a trident whips over the top of your head. It sort of leaps back and looks down at you, and all of a sudden the guise drops, the sea elf is gone, and you're now staring at a fierce Kuatoa with an armor-plated head, holding that shield and that trident. And it looks right at you and goes, "Die, rabbit thing!" and lunges at you with its trident. And it hits. I'm assuming a 19 hits you. What's your armor class? Roll it.
10.
Yeah, it is. It is. Rolls low on the damage. Take 4 damage. Okay, and you're up?
So, question about one of my abilities. I have Shockwave. That's 15 feet. Would that hit Zippo from here? It wouldn't, right? Because he's
No, it wouldn't.
further
No.
away. Alright, yeah, I'm going to use Shockwave.
Okay.
Thunderwave, sorry, not Shockwave.
Is it a cone shape?
I believe so.
It should... If it's a triangle, then it should be a cone shape.
If you take a single step, you should be able to catch all 3 of them. Oh, range area, hang on. Is it just 15? Is it Thunderwave that you're casting?
Yeah, it just says 15. Yeah.
Thunderous force reach out in front of you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you makes a Constitution saving throw. Right. Cube. So you would need to move to like here to hit a ball.
Just right in the middle of that tree? Okay, yeah. I'll move there.
Beautiful. I'm going to say that the because I this is something. Okay, so this is the sort of stuff I'll normally do behind closed doors. I may not tell you about. Because that Kuatoa got a swing at you for free at the start of that action, I'm going to say that it's not able to take a swing at you as you disengage from it. So normally disengaging from an opponent will give them a free attack against you. Okay, but this time that's not going to happen. All right, so yep, you cast the spell. It looks like they just make a Constitution saving throw against you. On a successful save, they take half as much damage.
What was that?
That was Bob's rolling really fucking poorly. Okay. Roll 2 d8s for me. Okay.
Wow.
So, describe to me how you cast this spell. What's it look like?
It looks kind of like...
What's your rabbit do? Does your rabbit like step forward and slam his hands together? Does he hold out his fingers and lightning jumps forward? Does he jump high and slam into the ground with his rabbit legs? Tell me what he does to get this spell to go off.
You know what? I have a good thing to fix that little mistake I made by moving. I can jump.
Okay. All right. So you jump. You jump and land down hard with your feet.
Yeah, and like when I hit my hands on the ground as I land, It sends out a thunder wave.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay. So, you are looking at this, getting ready to pounce onto this Kuatoa in front of you, Zip. And you're not even really focused, but then you hear this thunderous slam as this lightning rolls along the ground in front of you, and the Kuatoa that's looking up at you with its big fishy eyes gets swept over by lightning. Just it rolls in, and it seems as though the lightning stops right in front of your feet and curls around you and disappears off into the tree. You watch the lightning disappear around you either side of you and look back, and the Kuatoa in front of you is just ash on the ground. He's dead. We can get rid of him. He is gone. The other, you also see addition unsecured objects thrown 10 feet away. Pushed. You also, because I rolled so poorly, see the other two Kuatoa thrown past you into the trees behind you. They flick off and roll through the trees behind you. One of them looks like he's in pretty bad shape. I'm going to say he hits the ground real hard. Really, really hard. And that's going to be his turn. Background to use it.
Okay, how is that third guy behind?
Behind Collet?
Not one.
Oh yeah.
He's in perfect condition. He didn't get hit.
He's in perfect condition.
In fact, roll a perception check. Or Arcana, whatever's higher.
9.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
Okay. My weapon turned to ash.
No, you're... Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
So
I'll say
pull
if you
out
want,
my
if you want
dagger.
to, seeing him burst, if you want to draw your shield, you've got your club and shield out as your bonus action instead, you can. Or your dagger and shield, up to you. Or dagger and club.
I'll pull out my dagger and I'll hold my club in my offhand.
Clubs in
And I
offhand?
throw my dagger at the guy standing behind Milmar.
What's the range of a thrown dagger? Oh, I know why. I see. It just hit me.
If I can, that is. If I
You
have
can you can definitely throw it. It's just about whether or not you have range. It's not that far. It's what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Most things will be able to throw 30 feet.
So the range is 20/60. I have a +8 attack.
Okay, I'm going to say it's in range.
Okay.
So roll to hit.
Is that a D20?
Double checking. Yeah, you do just roll a range attack. Okay, yep, D20. Plus your attack modifier.
16.
16 off an 8. Fucking hell. That hits. Yep, okay, roll damage.
Which is 1d4 plus 6.
There you go. Oh, 4. Holy, 10 damage. Okay. You hit him. So you see him and you grab your dagger and flick it as hard as you can, and it rips across right as this armored Kuatoa. His whole head is completely armored. He turns to his right, and just as he turns to his right, he shows his eye, and the dagger goes straight into his right eye. And he lets out a howl, an absolute howl. You've still got your offhand. Did you want to use your offhand attack against the guy who's on the ground behind you?
Do I still have a bonus action after that?
No, your bonus action was drawing your dagger. You don't have a bonus action. You've got your offhand attack though, so you can attack the guy behind you.
Okay, well, since he's laying on the floor, I aim for his head, and I just slam my club.
Okay. Roll to hit. At advantage.
Hit.
So
That's
roll twice and take the highest number.
D20 and a D20.
You don't need to roll. You hit with that first one. Roll damage.
That's a club of hand 1d4.
And wouldn't you believe that after being fucking lightning struck and sand thrown in his face and having a big old bomb explode next to him, that's enough to kill him. Tell me how he dies.
So, does the one... So the one is just the damage.
That's just the damage.
Right? It
Yep,
doesn't.
yep. It's not a crit.
Or,
Yep. You just did 1 damage. He had one point of HP left. I was going to say that on his turn he bled out, but
well, I had a little bit of uneven ground, and when I threw my dagger, I lost my footing a bit. So I kind of slipped, and my club
just donked him.
just so happened to slightly brush his ear, and it was enough to kill him.
Down he goes. Well done. Tango down. Beautiful. Okay. So, this guy is going to get back up. Okay. And he is going to hard throw his spear. Because he sort of gathered his senses. His spear, after the lightning strike, has now been splintered back to a point. And he's going to hard throw his spear at you. He's not worried about the bugbear anymore. You've drawn the ire of his attention, Collet. So he's going to throw his spear towards you. Does an 8 hit your AC?
I'm 10.
You're a 10? Okay. He whips it at you, and you catch the light of the spear flying through the trees. You duck just in time, and it goes straight over the top of your head, then straight into the tree behind it. He's then going to move towards you and engage you. You can see he's got his hands held out as he moves towards you. Driggs? Okay. You're up, Collet.
Okay, so I am gonna use Acid Splash on the big guy with the spear and the shield.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Now I want you to read what Acid Splash does and tell me what's happening. I know it, but I want it as an exercise for you. You can click here. Pretty sure you can click here, can't you? Oh, did I just roll it a bunch? Oh, I rolled it a bunch. Whoops.
Yeah.
But you can click here. So it tells you what it does right here. So you choose 1 or 2 creatures you can see within range. If you choose 2, they must be within 5 feet of each other, so you can't use it on 2 in this instance. They must succeed a Dex saving throw or take 1d6. So I don't even think you have to roll to hit with this one. Or is it? No, it is an attack. Yep, so you have to roll to hit first. Oh no, is Acid Splash not roll to hit anymore? Is it just a Dex save? It is just a Dex save now.
I guess.
Yeah, it's just a Dex save. It's not an attack anymore. Cool. Okay.
Must succeed on a dexterity save throwing. Or
Yep.
take
Which one are you
1d6.
throwing it at? The larger one. Is that correct?
Yeah, the one closest to me.
Lucky I checked. Oh my god, they rolled so low. They have failed. So roll your damage. I clicked the
It
damage.
says
26. Oh, a 5. Okay. So you turn. Tell me how you cast Acid Splash. What does it look like?
I crouch down on the ground.
Yep.
And I just put my fingers to the ground, to the sand, and I stand up really quickly and like turn my palms over and lift up from the sand, and it sends out. It's just like a splash, like somebody splashed you in the pool or something.
Yeah. All right. So you throw out that you pull down to the ground and reeve up and throw that splash of acid towards this Kuatoa, and it's already reeling from a dagger that slammed into its eye. Is the dagger still in its eye before I go any further? Drinks.
Yes, because I didn't know.
Okay. Perfect. So it's still reeling from a dagger in its eye, and it's sort of reeling around, and then it catches you right at that last second and goes to raise its shield. But the acid splash hits its shield, splashes over the top of it, and you watch its shield eviscerate and disappear. And it's left with just an arm, and it sort of shakes its hand and throws its shield down onto the ground. And you can see some acid on top of its plated forehead starting to melt and seep through into it. And it's looking right towards you. It's going to pick up its trident, and it slams it into the ground as hard as it possibly can. I want you to make a dex save. Or acrobatics. Make an acrobatics check. Okay, beautiful. Okay.
Then a dex.
No, leave the dex save. Acrobatics check is fine. Okay, so as he slams his trident down into the ground, you hear the trees behind you whistling and hissing and rustling. And you can see there are 5 huge pillars of water that are almost spear-shaped flying towards you. You manage to duck and weave between 4 of them, but the last one catches you. Take 4 damage. It slams into you and pushes you off your feet. Slams you into a tree. Okay, we're back around to... you also notice that he sort of crouches down and he's feeling his face, and you can see that the Kuatoa is beginning to chant and murmur. It's grumbling. You can hear it in its own tongue. You're up, Driggs.
Okay, I could probably deal with this guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm. He looks like he's in pretty bad shape. He's like moving towards you. One of his arms is sort of he's barely able to lift it. His face is all blown to shit from when you pulled the Kuatoa out in front of him and blew up. You can see he's got bruises and cuts and twigs stuck into him from where he's rolled along the ground. He's not in good shape, this poor little Kuatoa.
Okay, I kind of liked using my enemies as weapons, so I try to pick him up.
Grapple, make a strength check for me. Never mind, I'm sure you... What is your strength modifier? Yeah, you've got him. Yep, easy.
And I throw him at the guy crouching down and doing his murmurs.
Okay, you'll be at disadvantage because of the range if you want to do this. Okay?
And I move first.
Yeah, because... Yes. Yeah, so you grab him and do a running throw. Is that what you're saying? I'm gonna let it happen anyway I guess
I can jump as well. Does that give me...
I like the idea more of you just picking him up and then just run, sprint, and fucking throwing this...
towards him.
Yeah, throwing this thing.
Sprint.
Alright, okay. Beautiful. Let's make it happen. That will be the entirety of your turn, though. I'll say that you can close the distance to your target while throwing the other Kuatoa at him. Are you happy with this?
Yes.
Okay, need you to roll a d20 for me. Add your attack up. Nope. Okay, you hit. Okay, roll a d6 for me.
5.
Okay. Roll another d6 for me.
Is that a +7 with?
No. Just roll
strength?
just roll the d6 for me. Another d6 for me.
Okay. 6.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Okay. You pick up this sea elf and you run to peg him as hard as you can, and along the way, he suddenly feels a bit lighter. And then you throw him forward. From your perspective, Collet, you see the bugbear grab this already messed up Kuatoa, reave him to the right, lift him, and start running forward. And as he goes to peg and throw him, you see the jaw of the Kuatoa get stuck on a tree branch above him. And as he reaves and throws, the head of the Kuatoa stays perched on the tree. And the body, headless body, gets thrown across the room and slams into the mumbling, murmuring Kuatoa plated in front of you. He's dead. He's gone. The headless corpse tumbles across the ground. His head is still in the tree going... Alright. Meltmar, because of how slow this Kuatoa is, you're actually up next, mate.
Well, what's this done to the big murmuring guy?
I'll tell you in a second. He sort of gets hit by it, and he's reeling, but he's still there murmuring. It's made him sort of take a step back, but he's plated, he's little, he's got a low center of gravity, so he has the corpse slap into him, but he's holding his ground at this stage.
So, I'm gonna use one of my first level spells, comprehend languages, so I can understand what he's murmuring.
Okay. All right. Do you have to make any rolls for this?
Says for the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also
Okay.
understand any written language that you see.
Okay.
You must be touching the surface. Oh, okay. That's if I read.
Yeah, if you're reading. No, this is fine. I'm gonna let it fly. Because again, we're here to have fun. Remember. And we don't want to let the rules get in the way because I think this is cool. Hey. Not so good though. Hey, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to roll a Constitution save. Oh, you
That's a save if I've ever seen one.
are very lucky. As he gutturally growls and grumbles, you hear a name creep through his lips that is known all across the lands to be almost a world sub. That's Levion. And Levion is known around all of these areas to be a beast that is the size of a mountain that emerges from the sea to defend its people and slay non-believers of its cause. You for a second feel a deep fear creep over you because if it's coming, you know there's nothing that you could possibly do to stop it. But you hold yourself together. What are you doing?
Have anything else I can
Okay.
You
Wanna
can you communicate?
He can talk. Yeah, he can talk.
In battle. Yeah.
Yeah, you can,
So,
if you wanted that.
does that
So, what do you say? What do you
take up
say
a
to?
turn?
I'm gonna say it does. Yeah. He's not got much left of his turn because he's cast a spell, right? So I want you, if you
Yeah.
want to, you can communicate that to Driggs if you want to. You have to tell me what you say to him.
I'm gonna let Griggs know.
What do you say to him?
There is an otherworldly beast that this creature is trying to summon.
Okay.
What? Okay, that's not good. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which, it is this beast's, this Kuatoa's turn. So he starts to plunge his trident deeper into the sand and twists, and all the grass around his feet begins to swirl almost into a sand typhoon, a sand tornado below his feet. From within the sand, a pillar of water rises up that holds him in place as the sand around him begins to swirl. I need you to make a athletics check because you're within 5 feet of him, please, Driggs.
Oh, sorry.
11.
Okay. Out of this sand, you see again these speared shapes of water start to emerge from the typhoon of sand around him. Does a 11 hit you, Driggs?
Armor class 16.
Okay, so you see this this huge spear of water fly out, and just in time you move to see it whip past you, but you do lose your footing and fall prone as the sand beneath your feet shifts. Does a natural 20 hit you, Cullet? It does. I'm not going to roll double damage because with this spell you would die, and that's no way to have some fun. At least I don't think it would. I take 8 damage.
Alright.
Are you looking? Are you still on your feet? I don't know what your HP's at.
Yeah, barely.
Okay, so this big spear slams into you and you feel it hit your chest, and then it begins to crink and twist, and you feel your robes twist, and then it blows through you. You feel like a hole sort of appear in your chest as this like high pressured water slams through you. You feel it. You hear Driggs, you hear Collet let out a wail. That hit has rocked him. It's hit him really, really hard. And it is your turn. The chant continues.
I've engaged with him now, so I'm right next to him.
Yep, correct. There'd be your bonus action to stand back up.
I get back up, get my
Okay.
footing back.
Yep. He thinks.
Then I still have my club.
Again, normally I wouldn't metagame, but your dagger is in his eye still. You could probably grab a hold of that and use it as a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Now, that's the kind of thing that isn't in the rules set, but if you say to me, I have an inspiration point, and I grab onto the dagger that's in his eye and make an attack, that's the sort of
Well-
thing you would use the inspiration point for. Do you see what I'm saying?
You know how I've gone on about the dagger being... Well, I guess I can just grab it.
Yeah. Because you have to use a
My
bonus
dagger
action to
just...
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Go on, say what you're going to say.
Well, since his dagger is in his eye, I grab a hold of the dagger, and as I'm pulling it out, I twist.
All right. Roll an attack attack for me.
Which is a...
Just D20 plus your
dagger.
attack modifier.
D20.
Do me a favor. Roll at advantage. Roll a D20 for me.
Since it's in his eye.
Yeah. What's your attack
My
modifier?
dagger has +8,
That's a hit.
and I have does strength give bonus?
No, you needed a 15 to hit. Tell me what the roll the damage
Okay.
of your dagger.
+3. 4 + 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you grab the dagger, twist, and reave it out
No,
with your
+6.
plus 6.
Hang on. Because my club is in offhand.
It's 6.
Yeah.
Okay, you grab the dagger, twist, and as you pull, you see the eye of the Kuotoa come with the dagger, and part of its brainstem pulls out with it. The dagger was that deep, and it starts to seize, and it falls to the ground. The armored plated head of it starts to build slowly in green light, and you can see it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. But he's twitching on the ground, still murmuring, but twitching on the ground as it grows brighter and brighter. Melmar, call it.
This resilient fuck.
What are you doing?
A firebolt.
Fucking send it! Invocation cantrip.
17.
Is that 17 to hit? That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
That's a fucking hit. Oh, I clicked your damage, which is good because I got a 1. I got rid of your 1. Click your damage. Tell me what your damage is.
One.
Okay, we both rolled 1. Do you want to burn your inspiration? You haven't used it yet this session. Inspiration to re-roll that damage.
Yeah, sure.
Roll it again for me.
Roll it again.
That's what it's there for. For those moments where you get like, where you think, that's fucking lame or whatever. You know, it's like to move the story. But,
4 is better than 1. Take it.
yeah, beautiful. Okay. You tell me what you're doing. So are you casting it with your hands? He's laying there on the ground. Remember he's on this like pillar of water that he's laying on top of as the sand is moving around him. He looks like he's still invoking, and you can see his head getting brighter and brighter and brighter.
Now, I do have a question. Can this knock him off of the pillar?
You used an inspiration point, so I'll say yes.
Okay, so this is a little funky, and I think it's a little funny. I hold my finger up like it's a finger gun,
Yeah.
and I'm standing like I'm a gunslinger, you know, like a
Yeah.
old Western cowboy.
You've still got a hole in your chest. There's blood dripping down the front of your chest, and you're there with your hands by your sides. The whistle blows.
And then I squint my eyes and look down the sight of my finger, and I go,
Firebolt.
and I shoot it, and it knocks him off the water pillar.
Boom! He gets hit by that firebolt, and it pushes him off the pillar. The pillar spirals out of control and starts to spin and swirl. He hits the sand tornado, the sand typhoon around him, and he starts to tumble around it and tumble around it. But as you see him tumbling down it, his head glows brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And right at that last moment, you see it explode for a brief second, and as the green wave's coming towards you, it gets sucked by this tornado, breathing that green energy down into the ground. It gets sucked in. The ground closes over and you hear a thud, and the ground shakes below you. And then you look to your left and you see Briggs standing there, a bit beat up. His bugbear turns to look towards you, a frown and a snarl still on his face. And you, Briggs, turn to see Pollitt to your right. For the first time, someone has sought glorious battle alongside you. Someone has shown you that they can fight just as hard as you can. Someone might be worth your time. And right as your eyes meet, the trees around you shake, the wind starts to blow, the earth starts to rumble, and everything that you thought was real starts to wave and swish and thud and roll out of existence, and you are snapped to black.
Oh.
You awaken to the sound of cheering, the smell of meat, people laughing. You hear someone go, "I fucking told you that bugbear had it! I told you every single fucking time!" And you hit the ground hard, both of you laying next to each other. And you look around and there's a circle of people all around you, noise, excitement, and you all of a sudden remember, it all comes back to you. Wait, hang on. You agreed to play that warlock stupid game. And there's a warlock standing next to you going, "Not many have succeeded like you boys have before. You've earned your gold." And you both sort of come to and look around, and you can smell Blottruce. You can feel the cold wind on you again. And the warlock bends over and holds his hand out to you, the rabbit, first. And says, Up you get, Collet."
How could I forget that I accepted a challenge?
And he grabs your hand and he pulls you up and he goes, "We'll all get old in our time, Collet. I mean, I remember when you were a young boy yourself." And you, Driggs, can see the rabbit talking to this warlock. You look at the warlock and he's actually himself an orc. He's got big underbit teeth, but his hair is grey and he's just as old as Collet. He's hunched, this warlock, hunched over, draped in cloth and plate over the top of his cloth. To make himself look fancier than he is, but you know a stiff breeze could blow him over, even though he does dress himself up. You see people all around you, and for the first time, Driggs, people aren't scared of you as a bugbear. They're cheering for you. You've overcome a challenge that's been put down 1,000,000 times. They all come here to this little arena in the dark, dank streets of Blottruce to see people throw themselves into these wild imaginations of the warlock, and most don't succeed. You have. And you've earned their respect. And one of them walks over to you. He's a tall, he's like an owl man. Arakaris? I can't remember the name of them. He's like an owl man. He strolls over and he holds his feathered hand out to you and goes, "Come on, old friend. You need to be on your feet as well." And he holds his hand out to you.
I reach my hand out and I say, "Thank you. That was quite the spectacle. Very fun. Some challenge there."
Okay. He helps you onto your feet, and as you hear the cheers swell around you, everyone having a great time. Through the crowd, you hear a slow, almost deafening clap. That blows through. There's a magic behind the clap. 1, a 2, a 3, and the crowd sort of hesitates and parts. And standing in the gap of the crowd is a tiefling. But not just any tiefling. She has long, beautiful, flowing hair. She has this enchantment over her, and you, Driggs, are drawn immediately to her. Collet, the very first thing you notice, roll a perception check for me.
All right. Cool.
The very first thing you notice is this tiefling seems to have some wings, or at least what looks like wings. But tieflings don't grow wings. What are they? And you sort of peer around a little bit, and they flex and they reeve back in. But you see they're a little bit incomplete. And as you both sort of gather yourself, still reeling from that transition from the tropical paradise you were in to the cold, cruel streets of Blottruce, you hear, "Well done, boys. I think I have another challenge for you." And that's where we'll end it.